Hey everyone, have I here been another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, I want to discuss the history of the anniversary leader skill up to the 7-year anniversary. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yeah, I wanted just to take a walk down memory lane, reminisce about the different leader skills throughout the years of Dokkan Battle. And of course, we have to start with the Hall of Fame unit in of itself, and that is Strength Gogeta in the first year anniversary way back in 2016. And I want you to look at that leader skill, all types key +3, attack 3000. Yes, not a percentage, a flat stat increase, and no defense at all. Ultimately, this was the best unit in the game. You look at it now, you're like, that must be a joke. No, during 2016, if you did not have Strength Gogeta, your account was trash because everyone was using this unit as a leader. And yeah, it was just, with the effective against all types, that was just crazy damage, and we really didn't care about defense way back in the day. And of course, the global version of the game experienced some issues when it comes to summoning this unit, and never again they're going to be messing with the drop rates or the summon rates. So yeah, Strength Gogeta way back in 2016 was it. That was the unit that you wanted to get. And man, just thinking about how far it's come down here to the 7-year anniversary, it is pretty crazy. Of course, this unit has already got an easy A and no longer is that leader skill, but back in 2016 it was. Now let's go ahead and move on to the 2nd year anniversary. The 2nd year anniversary was very interesting because it highlighted the first Super Saiyan 4 anniversary, and that was going to be with Strength Super Saiyan 4 Goku and then Strength Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. These two units were quite amazing when it came out. However, it wasn't meta breaking due to the fact that we already had 120% leaders coming out during the lead up to this anniversary, and this was a particular class, either Super or Extreme, key +3, HP and attack defense 120%, and then the opposite class, key +1, HP and attack defense 50%. So units like Physical Cooler, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and I'm like drawing certain blanks here, Janemba, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, stuff like that. That's really what the current meta was, and the anniversary didn't really break the meta, but these two units were absolutely incredible. And of course, when these units actually EZA'd down the road, became one of the best 120% easy A's in the game. So but back then in 2017, these were pretty hype. I remembered these were must-haves, of course, and the boost to strength and AGL, I would say definitely Super Strength at the time was like the dominant team you saw constantly. So they kind of continue that pattern of Super Strength being really strong. Of course, the previous year having Strength Gogeta coming out, but that was all types, so you can use a multitude of different units. Here you were still kind of constricted into the mono teams, and that was the current meta back in 2017. Now basically, after breaking the mono meta, and that was the introduction of the transforming Goku and Frieza. That's when it was all super class 120% and then all extreme class 120%. That changed things. So of course, in the 3-year anniversary, actually led into categories, and this was the first Dokkan Festival exclusive LR unit that was provided in the 3rd year anniversary. And these units were amazing. These were incredible. So both of these units had category, in particular category, in this case Potara and Fusion, key +3, HP and attack 130% and defense 130. Then a secondary leader skill with key +3, HP and attack and defense 90%, which was actually the OG non-Dokkan Festival exclusive LR skill set and leader skill set. And yeah, there's no doubt about it. At this point in time in the 3rd anniversary, these two units were the best, making Potara and Fusion the best two teams in the game, without a doubt. So having these first Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs was very, very, very hype. But if you look back in their active skills as well, the introduction of active skills was amazing. This transformation into Vegito and Gogeta, making them even stronger. The hype was just crazy at the time. But you look back at those, six turns, right? It was 6 turns for this transformation active skill to trigger, and you had to be under 50% HP as well. If you look at that now, that would be appalling for players to have to wait 6 turns and an HP restriction. But in 2018, they were the best of the best, and again, must-have units, much more so, I would say, than probably the Super Saiyan 4 units of the previous year. Once again, due to the fact of being the first Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs in the game here. Now, afterwards, you were seeing more Dokkan Festival exclusive units coming out into the 4-year anniversary, and that's in a sense leading into, in my opinion, these were hype units, but it didn't really change the meta, right? So, and that was the 4-year anniversary. The 4-year anniversary, highlighted again with the second time they were shown on the anniversary in the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, but then this time they were LRs, Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, and basically from here on out, anniversary units were going to be Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs. But the reason why I say that this wasn't really game breaking or meta breaking at the time was these provided a category boost, 170%. In this case, Ki plus 3 HP, 130%, and attack and defense 170%. You did have a great secondary leader skill, which was the type the type super or strength. I'm not super strength, AGL or strength at 120. So having that mono secondary leader skill, you were able to, provide some versatility. But really at that time, categories at 150 and 170 have really taken over the game. So that secondary leader skill wasn't as valuable as it probably should have been. Now, of course, having, these damaging active skills at the time were pretty interesting. But when you look at the history of all, these two units really never moved the needle. Even though, yes, it was Goku's family and Vegeta's family, and you've really found out that the Goku's family at 170 was way superior than the Vegeta family. Unfortunately, me being a Vegeta family, and Vegeta, the Vegeta fam still hasn't really gotten overly too strong of a leader. We need a better leader, even more so than the GT leader there. So the GT heroes, that is. Anyway, kind of rambling on with the Super Saiyan 4 units. For me, yes, they were hype, but wasn't game breaking when it came to the leader skill. And Dokkan just kind of kept milking this for quite some time, right? 170% was introduced back in 2016, 17, 18, and this is 2019. So from 2018, 2019, and then leading into 2020, here in the 5th year anniversary, they took a step back. So this was the first time that I looked at the leader skill and I was like, what did they do? 150%? We were absolutely in the dual category 170% at the time, right? So I would say all units were like dual categories, but some were 170%, some were dual category, some were maybe 150. Some were 150, 170. This was dual category 150, but they introduced this brand new category in Final Trump Card. But I think if they were 170% leaders, you would absolutely see these two teams being run a lot more. But it's hard to substitute 170% lead because you're losing 40% to attack, and no one really ran them. Now these were more standalone units. You were running on different teams, things of that nature. But I would say out of the current LRs, I would say the Blue Fusions for me were the least useful, especially on leader skill overall. Once again, taking a step back from 170 going to 150, even though they were dual category. Still extremely hyped. This thing made a ton of money for Dokkan here, as usual, as anniversary did come, but for leader skill is definitely one of the lacking of the bunch. Now, they did make it up in the 6-year anniversary. 6-year anniversary, absolutely incredible, just amazing units. They did it justice here, and they ended up being the MUI Goku and Evolution Vegeta. These were dual category, Key +3, HP and Tech Defense 170% across the board. But it did have a little bit of restriction because both units ended up having the same category and not different categories to run different teams. And of course, this case, representative of Universe 7 being on both on there. So, but still, these two units are absolutely viable today. Amazing units. And it's tough for me to even criticize anything or say anything about it. Made Dokkan way more money than probably any other anniversary to date. We'll see what 7-year anniversaries overall looks like, but yeah, everyone was waiting for MUI Goku and then Evolution Vegeta as well. Hard to top these two characters within the Dragon Ball universe. So yeah, dual category 170% should have happened a year before, right? Should have happened a year before. And being that this was last year's anniversary in 2021, they had to break the meta in this anniversary, which luckily they did. We're calling it the 200%, but I'm okay with what they ended up doing, because if they just boosted it to 200%, it'd just be crazy broken, which these units are crazy broken anyway. But these are dual categories again at Key +3, HP and Tech Defense 170%, but added this additional 30% for a particular category in this current anniversary in these two units for Kamehameha, making all Kamehameha units a lot more useful if they are on these particular categories. And the LR Beyond Gods and the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is undoubtedly the best units in the game right now, and broke the meta. So I kind of go back, and Dokkan of itself from the 3rd year anniversary, right? So all the way back here at 170% category, right? So that's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. And I forgot to mention the revival skills for the MUI Goku and Evolution Vegeta. That was kind of gate breaking there. But as for leader skills wise, they did 4 years of kind of hovering around 170%. And like I mentioned, they took a step back in the 5th year anniversary. But this right here, breaking the meta, finally, technically a 200% leader skill, and crazy passives, crazy active skills. They did these units justice. That's why we hit top grossing on both versions of the game. Should be making a ton of money. Hard to do, right, with certain games that are out right now, and this being a 7-year-old gacha game was able to hit top grossing. But of course they had to with these types of units that were introduced. So there you have it. I just wanted to go over the history of the anniversary leader skill with you. Tell me what your thoughts are. What have you kind of reminisced as we went through all this? And I was going to do just all the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, and right now there's going to be, in a sense, 3 more Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs probably coming in this year, in the Worldwide Celebration, the Download Celebration, and just something else that they might focus on. So look out for an AGL unit, a Int unit, and a Strength unit coming out this year as really ridiculously hype LRs. So, but kind of going back here, 7-year anniversary at the 200%, the kind of lagging 170% into 150% from 4-year to 6-year, and then into, let me actually go back into the 3rd year, and then all the way back to the 1st year. What did you guys remember for you OG players out there? Comment below, reminisce with me, and again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. Like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.